Hello, everyone. This is Shai Marling with Resilience 360 Advisory. I apologize for my voice. I'm hopefully not going to lose it during this recording. I want to take a moment to record this informational video on how to read your dashboard you received using the key that was included in your informational packet. First and foremost, thank you so much for completing the study. It's truly been an honor to conduct these assessments for the past, 23 years now. So here you'll see two kind of split screens here. On the left side of your screen, you'll see a sample dashboard that we created. Of course, you have your own customized dashboard, either tailored by specific job title based on generic job titles embedded in the study, or aligned by years of experience. On the right side is the key that was included in the email you received. Now, I just want to point out there are definitely some few limitations within the dashboard. On the left side here that I want to point out. For example, we cannot input text into the dashboard or outside the data charts, which means we're unable to insert any headings like location or any details about the dashboard. So that's really where the key becomes essential, because the key helps explain how the dashboard is organized and fills in those missing elements. So obviously here you can see location, right? And you don't see it on the left side. Additionally, some text may appear to be cut off in some of the data charts as well. And that's because the dashboards are pulling response options directly from the survey. And occasionally the longer text fields get truncated. Again, the key provides full descriptions, and it's helpful to reference the key to understand some of those incomplete entries. So as we walk through some of these components, you'll find multiple tables related to location here, by country, by state, by province, by city, to help assess compensation by geography. I strongly encourage you to really review every data chart. Don't just focus on the ones with a compensation. Really look at all the different data charts, and I have included a separate video in the informational packet that explains how to use the data to benchmark your compensation more effectively. In addition, there's another video on how to assess your marketability when you look at the percent of respondents that might be certified or degreed or what have you. All compensation, it's important to note, is reflects base compensation only. And since many of you may have received global dashboards, the compensation has been converted to US dollar for consistency purposes. Now, we did publish dashboards for Australia, for Canada, for the European nations, for UK, because we did get a great response from those specific locations to have dashboards in their own individual currency. I'm more than happy to produce other dashboards because the study is still open through November. So for example, like India does not have its own dashboard in ING, so INR, excuse me, INR rupees. So if there is, if we do get more respondents from that particular country, I'm more than happy to publish a dashboard in that country currency and distribute to all respondents, just something to keep in mind. The data that we're only showcasing right now, this particular dashboard is for full-time permanent employees. There's other dashboards for independent contractors. But as we go through, you can see that the dashboard here does mirror the key that's been provided. And you can see here, respondents full-time employed. We also go by gender identification, ethnicity as well. You can see that the headings right here in the key, but they're not included in the dashboard. There's also a breakout by work experience, years of work experience, as well as by different disciplines. I do want to note that there's the top dashboards or top disciplines are included initially, and then all the other disciplines, like perhaps physical security and some of the other ones, are included afterwards. But we include the top disciplines first, like business continuity, cloud infrastructure, crisis management, cyber resiliency, emergency management, DR, pandemic planning, as well as resilience management, supply chain, and third-party vendor management. So the other ones are included later on at the very end of the dashboard. And so as we go down the continued dashboard, you can see that there's definitely by job title. So for example, if you got a dashboard that was only VP director, this particular data chart would only show VP director. And then we go through compensation as well. Now, as we go through, there's also a level of separation by executive management. Continuing through, we see by degree, we see by certification. So there's a lot of great data in here that I hope you really benefit from. Oh, here's an example. I apologize. If we look by job title, you can see that the dot, 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 where all the dots cut off, that's where you really want to reference your key and see what text was cut off, again, taken from the study, and there's just not enough room to include it in the dashboard. So that's where the key is really essential, to not only follow the formatting of the dashboard, but to view the text that might be missing from some of the data charts. As we scroll down, we can also see by after we get through the certification piece, and there's a lot of different certifications for business continuity related certifications, emergency management. There's also risk management, audit, governance. So several different certifications that are organized by groupings. And again, you can see that within the key to help you kind of guide through the dashboard. But then once you get past the certification section, then there's by security clearance, there's management responsibilities, so program management, budget management. There's also real world experience, so experience developing a program from the ground up, global business continuity experience, activating during a crisis. We also have included leadership skills like presentation leadership skills, being published or being on a board for industry association. So again, great information. As we scroll down, we get into company demographics. So this is a lot of information that is not included in the complimentary report. So the PDF report that we publish and distribute to everyone is a complimentary report. That one is not customized that you're getting in the dashboard. Plus there's a lot of data that we just don't include in that report because it's just so much information. Then we can go through and look by previous experience, previous career, also looking at bonuses, benefits that are received. So again, great information. I hope you really enjoy your dashboard. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. And I do want to encourage you, please share the study with others. It is still open through the end of November. Your dashboard will continue to auto-populate with new respondents and making your data better and better. And then anyone that you encourage to participate in the study, they would get their own dashboard. And then, like I said, it makes your dashboard dynamic and continuing to improve until the end of the year, end of November. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. But if anyone wants to find the report to share with others or to share the study, please go to resilience360advisory.com, hover over research and insights, and then select Resiliency Career Data Insights. And then there you'll find where the report is going to be available, as well as the study to participate. Again, thanks so much for listening in, and I hope you enjoy your dashboard. Thanks so much. Bye.